Good afternoon, everyone. This is John Ross here with the XP commentary for May 26th. Today's commentary will be titled Proper and Order Church Reopening. Proper and in Order Church Reopening. That I get from my Presbyterian background, and they always talked about things are always supposed to be proper in order. It's supposed to be the Presbyterian way to do things. So Presbyterians also said that our U.S. government's founded on principles from Presbyterian polity and how they do things with different divisions of leadership. I don't know. There's some truth to that. I think some. But anyway, today we're going to talk about church reopening. Now, this became a big issue over this coming weekend. I'm going to go down here and show you this article. We'll get rid of this here. And we know some of it came about when President Trump declared that churches were essential, and he set off a lot of things. Now, I'm going to I think this is a fair critique of President Trump. On Sunday, I didn't notice that he was in any church that was open, that he wanted open, that he called essential. But I noticed that golfing was essential for the president. So I think we should understand some of what the president's doing here and take it with a grain of salt and know that he's playing, I would say, a political game here. If it's so essential, why isn't he in that essential point? And if he's doing another way with online, let's talk about it. But that isn't what he says. He said that's not as good. And so he should have been in his essential place on Sunday. So I want to catch him on that one. So for the proper reopenings, we're going to need some things here to do this. And okay, we're back now. Sorry. Little technical difficulties there. But the proper order here. And there's a couple articles out there that I've been featured on XPIN.news. This story, the one here I just showed you about President Trump, is on the site too. A lot of these are done from a religious news service, which I really appreciate them working with me and putting those together. We have some other things that are very important. And one of these relates to, how the churches handle this. This last weekend, we were very fortunate to have a gentleman come by who I disagree with on this point, but I want to throw that in right now and just commend Dr. Willie Wilson for coming by. And it's a story here about the PPE that he donated. He donated masks, and it was very nice of him. And so we really appreciate Dr. Wilson doing that. So I just want to say that to all out there. Dr. Willie Wilson came in, donators, Dr. Willie, and with our president there too, of the Fox Valley Christian Minister Alliance. So I thank Dr. Willie Wilson for coming out. But he's basically said he'd pay anybody's fine that opened up without the governor doing the right thing. Now, here's the problem with this reopening. We got to watch out here. And this is why I call this, we got to be proper in order. I'm going to get myself down here. I'm going to try to, this is not working as good as I'd like today. I'm going to put this down 1 second. I'll be right back here. Okay, there we are. Now we got it. Okay. Now we're going to have it here. Where did it go? we're going to have it here. We're just not, everything technically is not going well here. Got too many things here. What we're going to show is about an article. Here it is. An article that was featured that about a third of the participants contracted COVID-19 in a church. And the church is contracting this. They're like other social gatherings. Birthday parties can be a bad one. Other bigger groups that don't practice good social distancing and other things. I'll show you about the other things here right now. I'm going to show you some other things that could affect the whole situation. And I think this is overlooked by many people. I want to bring it up here 1 second here. Here we go. This is an article that I encourage everybody to go online at xpin.news and read this. This is an article about the clergy thinking about congregational singing. This is a very interesting article. And I want to bring up more in that article right now here. I'll show you part of it here. So you can see about congregations and how they should handle this. And there's an expert here that's just at the Calvin Institute of Worship who just basically says we got to watch out for congregational singing because there was an incident at a choir practice in Washington State that 61 attended, and there was a lot of found that 87% of the group had confirmed COVID-19. 3 were hospitalized and 2 died from out of the 61 at a choir practice. And they figured it out that from that choir practice that really what the reason was that COVID-19 was being spread by singing when you were singing there. Now I'm going to bring myself back here 1 second here. I'm back now. I'm going to get this back. That singing did that COVID-19, when you do some singing, it can bring droplets out. And this is the problem with congregational singing. And I want to also bring up the other thing about also unison readings could do this too. So there's so many things about bringing back the church in an inside setting. So we really got to worry about that. And like I said, this COVID-19 is a wicked little thing. And if you don't realize that, I don't know where you're coming from, how contagious this is. You know, we'd have to have maybe 50 people at the most at a setting and 6 feet apart and probably wearing masks. Anyway, and maybe the singing would only be limited to a few people and they'd be far away from everybody so they couldn't spread any droplets. And choirs would be the same way. This is a very contagious disease and we got to watch out for it. So my closing, and basically I would say we have to be in proper and in good order here. And I would encourage the church, their leaders, to really think hard on this one. We got to be the right people. We got to show the common good for the community, for our parishioners, and show that God cares about the human life. And that's what we got to be thinking about. God takes our worship. He knows where we're at. God knows that we can worship him at home in this during this virus. He knows we want to be together. He knows that too. But we got to do it in the proper order. That is that's the way we got to do this. And hope my church does that. I hope other churches do that. So reopening for the common good. That's what we got. Not hastily, not just because a politician says to do it. We got to do it when the health is right, and we got to do it in the proper way. So that's what I would encourage now. And I'm just going to wrap up with a few other things here. Tomorrow, we're going to be very fortunate. We're going to be talking with John Beal of Wayside Cross Ministries tomorrow. I don't know how I got that up there twice. It's very good of me, John. Yep. And that's John Beal tomorrow. And then I want to encourage you to later tomorrow or Thursday, 5 to 7 tomorrow, and Thursday from 10 till noon for a drop-off of foods, basically canned goods. I'm going to put that up right now, and you can maybe see a little more about it. Every time I put myself down, it doesn't work too good for me here. Okay, now we'll do it. Now I got it. I'm learning more here, folks. I'm learning. I'm going to take that down. So that's about the drop off to restock the Marie Wilkinson Food Pantry. You can see canned soup, canned fruit, canned meats, canned vegetables, pasta sauce, but that in cans, not jars. And they just want those items, nothing else. Bring those by to First Presbyterian Church's Harkness Center. That's 60 South 4th Street in Aurora. And like I said, 5 to 7 tomorrow on Wednesday, and Thursday morning at 10 till noon. So that's what I want to encourage you to do. And I think it's a beautiful thing that it's going to be ongoing too. So it's going to be to help our food pantry. So that's going to be beautiful. And so that's what's coming up. So I just want to say right now that I just remember what we've said here. Let's be proper in order about that church reopening, and let's really think that through. And I just want to say right now, God bless and bye-bye. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.